Well, my life totally changed after I couldn't speak correctly anymore. I was headed for a political career, and I had to give that up because public speaking was virtually impossible. So I became an employee of a firm, and I think it totally changed my career path because I couldn't get up and give speeches, and but I've adjusted, and it's all okay.
Tom Hoffman got up in the back of the room at one of the breakout sessions and said, Florida will pay for someone with spasmodic dysphonia to go back and get finish their college degree. So once I got back to Florida, I applied for vocational rehab, what's known as voc rehab. They allowed me to finish my associate's degree. After receiving my associate's degree, which I received straight A's, I received a scholarship to attend University of South Florida, USF, and I attended the St. Petersburg campus. December 16, 2013, I received my bachelor's degree in accounting, and since then I have applied to law school.
When it became very severe, I lost my job. And I remember after, I was still continuing with speech therapy, but I remember sitting in the living room a lot of the time and thinking, okay, God, if I can have some voice for some of the time, what am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? And I think it's a process that evolved over a period of time. But I decided that and initially when I heard of Botox before I was diagnosed, my thought was I have no interest in putting foreign anything into my body if I really don't have to. But when I realized that even with all the speech therapy, my voice was not coming back and I was not going to be able to do much of anything unless I tried the Botox. And it was with it, I think it was after the second dose in combination with the speech therapy, that my voice was perfectly normal. And I thought, aha, I have some choices now. And so I decided to do what I enjoy doing the most, and that's to go back to doing workplace health promotion, but with a slightly different format.
I decided on my own to leave broadcasting, transitioned into another career, and I feel quite fortunate in that, but it did precipitate my leaving what was my first choice and frankly my first love as far as a career goes.
So my work has been as a management consultant, and that's also been more difficult over the years because of the difficulty of especially things like telephone conversations, or my work has been all over the country, so sometimes I'm meeting someone for the very first time over the telephone, which is the absolute worst conveyance of my voice. And so as a result, I retired from my consulting business last year to be able to write.
One day I came home struggling very, very much to talk and worried about my career, and my wife told me she had scheduled a trip to California for me to go get evaluated and see Dr. Trong. I went out there and spent an afternoon being diagnosed, and the next day he said he would inject me with Botox, and he did. And the next morning I got up and I could talk. And it was a miracle to me. It was a career-saving event, and I owe most of it to the NSDA for having the resources to find Dr. Trong. I still go to him now, and I have been able to try probably 50 jury trials since I got SD that I never would have been able to do if I hadn't found this doctor and this treatment. And just as a sidelight, I've now got a grown daughter who went into speech pathology because of this.
I was also, like I said, an actor. I used to do voice work, a lot of voice work. So I primarily made my living with my voice. So it was devastating at first, but I decided to embrace what I had. I just decided to smile through it. So that's helped a lot.